Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age from Guru Publishing. I am the board game guru, Game Master Extraordinaire, Jahananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG, co-host of Fresh Out the Box, and also Fresh Out the Podcast. That's where we talk about movies, video games, streaming shows. There are 117-ish episodes available now. Check out Fresh Out the Podcast, available now, where all podcasts are available. But tonight, you're here for tabletop role-playing games. You're here to see us do a little improv, a little comedy, a little intrigue, a little mystery, maybe. And I'll be reprising my role as Cedric, the Appraiser of Koath, a dwarven crossbow assassin.
I'm AD Swinger, also known as Corbinian. I'm a variety video game and tabletop role-playing game Twitch streamer, and I am reprising my role as Harzar Steelflame, the Drakish Orcish envoy of the Nagami tribe.
And 'tis I, Aaron Bamier, glad to be here again for another session where I play Timo Pab, the goat person mountain folk bodyguard for Harzar Steelflame.
Hills, yes. So last time you guys faced Rinka, the vessel of Prax, the plague demon, and the origin of the plague in this world. She was attempting to corrupt, for lack of better phrasing, the heart of the earth. Some sort of elemental construct deep below the surface in an ancient ruin. Trying to corrupt it, which you think was sapping the strength from the land and causing all this desolation. You fought her. You fought Prax, kind of outside of her body as well. There was a lot happened. You guys almost died. After you saved the day, the earth began to quake as the heart reawakened. You escaped the collapsing ruins and made your way across the plains and mountains and hills to Watanawagawa, the last fortress city of Yashane. On your way there, the earth continued to shake and have aftershocks. The weather is starting to turn pretty extreme. It's very windy. The clouds are just flying by. Something's going on. Something's happening here in the world, but you're able to make it to Watanawagawa without further incident. There, you bring Rinka to the castle. And that's where we left off. The city's kind of in chaos. There's not like riots really or anything like that, but people are just leaving in mass now that the plague lands are kind of dead and the demons went away. These people are leaving this overcrowded city for greener pastures, as it were, finally free of the totalitarian regime that is taking over here out of necessity. You know, there was martial rule in the city during the plague. People are leaving now that they're allowed to, and well, you don't know if they were allowed to, but people are leaving. The aftershocks continue. Every now and again there's a larger quake, but that's sort of the scene I'm setting here. And you guys are in the palace. There's people coming and going. Guards marching around, protecting the castle walls from the people leaving. Making sure they're not going to steal stuff. Was there something, you guys want to bring Rinka to turn her in, right?
Yes, what's that guy's name to the guy? I haven't looked his name up yet.
His name
the court
is
sorcerer Baishi.
Baishi, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where we thought the best place to bring her was. That's what our smart brains are thinking.
Absolutely. Yes, you bring her in. Some guards notice like that you have a prisoner when you come in, and they'll kind of stand near you to keep the prisoner. But you send for Baishi. After a little bit, there's lots of people coming and going. It's very busy here today. But eventually Baishi walks into the room. We'll say you're in a room downstairs adjacent to the gardens, just kind of like an open air room. Like, it doesn't have walls that connect to the courtyard. It's just like arches. It's very nice, kind of like a relaxation, like meeting room. But yeah, he'll come meet you here. Just to remind you, he is a white-scaled Drak. That is a dragon person, for those that don't know. He is older, and his head has a more serpent-like visual than most Drak. His neck's a little longer. But he will walk in. You've returned. You're alive. Very impressive.
Honestly, I didn't expect to make it out alive either.
Too right. It was a very risky mission that you went on. But we're glad you're back. Who is it you have brought before me?
This would be one Lieutenant Rinka of the Yashane Army.
He'll look at her. She looks like she's carrying herself kind of in an ashamed manner. She's not making eye contact with a lot of people.
Is Yinbei with her?
Yinbei is the one who is escorting her.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of her guard, but he's doing it so that he can be nice to her, I guess.
Stay close by, sort of thing.
Yeah. Like, he's leading her chains, but only so that he can make sure that they're not too tight, kind of thing. But yeah, Yinbei's there. He bows to Baishi when Baishi walks in. Yeah. So this is Rinka. I expected her to be taller.
I thought she'd have antlers or horns.
Yes, she looks remarkably unremarkable. No offense. She'll kind of like look up at this a little bit, and then look away again. Well, I imagine we will have to bring her before the Lord Weishan to see. Well, I mean, this will be a trial of sorts. There will
I'm
be
afraid
judgment.
it seems she didn't commit those crimes.
You will have time to speak your piece at the trial, and I'm sure whatever you have to say will be taken into account when passing judgment.
I
Hopefully.
think you should put the evil sword who did it on trial, though. That's really the culprit here, is the evil sword.
Oh, did you bring it?
No, we killed it.
We drove out the demon in its and from the sword when we were fighting Rinka as she was attempting to do some sort of ritual, some kind, into some sort of arcane plant deep within the earth.
He'll cock his head at this. Explain. He seems interested. He gets closer.
We found them deep below the fortress, very deep down, and there's this great twisting of wood and vine that stretched out across the chamber, and in the center there was this beating core of which she was attempting to jab at or stab at, which was causing some sort of untold damage that was likely permeating out into the world. We were able to stop it. But
All of you were able to enter the ruins near the fortress?
with difficulty, but yes.
Getting out was the hard part.
They have been sealed off for some time. How did you make it in?
There was an outbuilding just outside of the city itself, and we went through. It wasn't a terribly hidden passage, but we went down and traveled about until some guardian nearly smushed us into a wall.
The
and
way
further
was
still
the way was
into a
open.
ruin. I believe it was, yes.
She
Fought a
must,
few demons, went across a giant hole, almost fell to our deaths.
They must have opened it before you got there.
Mm.
He'll look at Rinka. What do you have to say about this? Honestly, my memories of everything aren't very, what's the word? Coherent. I remember opening the door, but I don't know how. Baishi will nod at this. So, you're able to banish a demon from the sword.
And we closed the door on the way out.
It's probably for the best. What kind of demon could wield such power? Do you guys have any answers for that?
It
Some
was
sort
Pax.
of. Oh, go ahead.
It was Pax
Prax?
or Prax.
Yeah.
Yes. That we've been following and chasing this whole time.
I've not heard
Uh,
of this Prax before. Well, you say you defeated him. Of course, he cannot truly be killed here. But hopefully he will be gone for now. Well, seems like you had an eventful day. This sword, you say you destroyed it?
I'm gonna look at you, Harzar, and if you're not gonna offer that you have it, I'm gonna say that we destroyed it.
I hold out my musket because I've been walking around with it shouldered this whole time, so I'll hold it out to Temo,
I grab it.
and then I pull the sword out from my hands.
Ah. A nice trick. He will gesture for it.
This is something I don't want passing into other hands.
I would like to look at it all the same.
You may look.
If you
but
forgive us, it is a sword of great power, and it may be best to look with your eyes, not with your hands.
Sure.
And I hold either side of the blade. But I let it. I'm like holding it like this and like turning it so I can see it.
He'll gesture towards it and you'll feel it become weightless.
And I kind of shrug my shoulders because hooray, it's not so heavy anymore.
But you'll feel him like tug on it. Like trying to bring it closer to himself.
I move a little closer, but I'm hanging on to the sword.
He looks at you doing this. He seems annoyed, but he'll just examine it closer. It seems to be made out of that same metal.
The star metal?
It seems to be. He'll point. It seems that a fusion occurred here, where it latched onto the sword,
That was me.
and then another piece attached itself to this one. That was you?
I did
Yes.
shoot it with one of those star metal things. I figured it would take the soul out, and I think it worked.
Well, from what you said, it seems to have worked. You'll feel it. You'll feel something happen as he holds his hand over it. He'll sort of be chanting. It feels like most of the power is out of this thing. The demonic presence is gone.
I also felt no difficulty in stowing it away. Not that these tattoos of mine, these marks, react to magic specifically, but it was not something any more unusual than any other weapon I've stowed within them.
It seems that it may be safe for you to handle. And he'll back away from it. Well, if there's nothing else, I think it's best to tell the Lord of what you've brought.
We came to you because we trust your discretion on some of the information we've told you, and we thought maybe you could advise us going forward with this. Obviously, we don't think Ranka is 100% culpable for what happened, and we'd like to keep the sword. I know these are going to be tough things to swing without your advice.
Well, I could speak on your behalf, of course, but at the end of the day, it will be up to Lord Wei Shun. But I'm sure he will look upon you favorably as you saved his daughter.
My musket, please, Timo. I reach out for it. Shoulder. As for the first, I wonder how much is actually Rinka's fault and how much is just convenient for her to forget. Although for my part, should any advocacy be required, I will speak as any envoy of the Nagami should. But I will tell you this, no matter what your lord may say, the sword was taken as trophy in combat. It will not leave me.
Oh, I hope he sees it your way.
So do I. Or rather, well, that's not true. I don't want to cause more trouble than is necessary.
It could be trouble if you deny the Lord, but we shall see how it goes. Oh, he'll sigh.
I know everyone's leaving the town in droves, but that actually makes it a little more appeasing to me. I like it now that everyone's leaving. This town's my kind of place without all these people. I don't think we mind sticking around for a few days while this trial gets underhand, but as soon as we're done, it's probably time for us to head back.
There's much for me to report.
Yeah, it would be west. Checking my notes. Yeah. Well, you won't have to wait for the trial. It will begin probably very soon. These things do not take very long, especially something of this import. You will not want to postpone her judgment too long.
There a place around here where a dwarf can get something to eat without spending any coin?
He'll look at... There's just somebody in the corner, like, with their head bowed that's, like, trying to pretend like they're not there, and he'll say something to them in Yashanish. Of course. Please be our guests, and he'll point... Like, there's a table nearby, with... like kneeling pillows, like it's a small table to the ground kind of style. He says, "Yeah, please be our guests. Rest, recuperate. The guards." He'll look at them and they'll grab Arinka. We'll take her into custody. Yinbei will speak up for the first time. Lord Baishi, she is not. She would not have done these things of her own accord. Please. Remember this. And he'll look at her with, like, you can tell he's sad. Like, he's sad by this whole thing. And he'll...
There must be some holding chamber apart from the dungeon. Something for dignitaries, perhaps?
You can try. Roll a convince communication.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I rolled a 17.
It's not bad. He'll say something you shadish to the guards. She'll be placed in a room. Just one without windows, unfortunately. But it beats the dungeon. And he'll do like a half bow to you as like acknowledgement. And Yinbei seems happy about this. Like he's like he gives you a thankful look. Hi Penguin, thank you for the sub. 28 months.
Thank you, Penguin.
It's a long time.
I did it for Yinbei because Yinbei's the homie. I don't really care about her, but I do care that Yinbei cares.
No, Yinbei appreciates it. Like you can see it on his face. He's thankful. Yeah, she'll be taken away, and food will be brought out. All kinds of stuff. There'll be pork and fish and chickens and all kinds of vegetables and like lots of food. Last time you didn't get quite this reception. And if you ask, it's because now that the city's open, the rationing's kind of been done away with. So they're able to lavishly treat you a bit. But yeah, Baishi will leave. And you guys will sit and do this food thing. Nuzglub will make an appearance, like, under the table. Because he's trying to stay hidden from, like, the attendants and stuff. But he'll eat a chicken wing. So everybody's here. Your whole little group. What do you guys, is anything, are you guys going to eat and chat? Or is something more impactful going to happen that we need to role play here? Or do you want to skip to the next scene? Any answer is fine.
We need to talk about who has the green stone again?
Cedric,
yeah. And I forgot, is that like sort of fused with him similar to mine?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The hand he grabbed it with.
And which hand did you grab that with, for the record?
It's your
I
choice.
think in my left, actually,
It's fine.
which would
Okay.
be the one on the bottom of my crossbow, so it would be the one in the front.
That's also the same hand that mine's in.
Yep.
Um,
You both went non-dominant with it.
Your hand sinistral, to put it that way.
Left hand of power.
so yeah,
Uh-oh. It's such good timing.
how does it feel?
Oh, you're back now. Okay, say it
Classic.
again. You said how did it feel?
Um,
Did you say anything else?
yeah, so your hands. How does it feel?
Annoying. It's like I've got something stuck on the back of my hand and I can't get it off.
Yeah, I get that. That passes. You just kind of get used to it. But do you feel different? Does the air feel different?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't smell as much like death and rot as it used to.
Well, that's certainly a plus. Sort of the opposite of my experience.
Maybe you're not using it right.
Well, I guess that begs the next question, though. What? Forgot, actually. What did you do with it the first time?
I was able to cure somebody, to cast
right.
cure or aid or something.
Yeah, he cured.
All I had to do was think about helping.
He cured Hazar of the plague.
Then I spent about 20 minutes trying to make a damn bridge out of green energy and it didn't work. So I think this thing might be busted.
Right.
It's probably limited in the arcana it reaches through. Magic is bounded within its energies.
Kind of an interesting potential there for you.
You know, I feel like stone magic should have come much more natural to me. This thing's something different.
Yeah. Nuzglub. I agree. There's more to it than simple earth magic.
Oh,
Simple
and
earth magic.
He does say that as a slight against you deliberately, yes.
I'll shoot back at it. Yeah.
we're like in what's the crowd like? Are we kind of by ourselves?
It is just you
Or-
guys, and then there's some guards and attendants around, but they're staying away.
Okay.
It's all of you, including Yimbe. Yimbe's here too.
I say so. Nuzglub, does that one does that one have the same function as mine, with its own kind of style?
He'll like crawl like on the floor, like he's like low enough to where people can't really see him. If they look, they might. But he'll go grab at your hand, Cedric.
I'm gonna like flip a pillow. I'll flip a pillow up in between, you know, my hand and this little imp, so that he can look at my hand without getting seen.
Yeah, he's gonna grab your hand and start touching it. Like, it seems similar, yes, but it does not access the arsenal of the hells. No, yours is corrupted somehow. His seems to be pure at purpose.
Told you were using it wrong.
Yes,
Just have to keep practicing.
the demons did not do anything to this one. Yours was turned to a different purpose.
I see. Well,
So I've got a life stone, and you've got some sort of chaos demon stone.
it's suited me well so far, so I won't go worrying about it too much quite yet.
Of course it has.
Either
I'm not
way.
worried about it.
Of course it has. You're a demon of chaos. It makes sense.
Oh, that'll be great to report back.
I wouldn't.
Maybe
I wouldn't go
leave
around
that
telling
off.
people that. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe we leave that out of the journal.
but you can't hide
absolutely.
from it.
No. No, clearly not. So I guess it's good we found some balance. And if I'm supposed to bring chaos, then it'll certainly keep me around longer to do so.
I've always been good at bringing death. I suppose it's only fair I can bring a little life as well.
That's right.
Yeah, it's very poetic. Whoever wrote this story is a genius.
Or full of themselves.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyone could have reached into that thing and grabbed the green stone.
Or it all went according to plan. But
I mean, Keikaku, get it right.
don't act like you have free will. I pull your strings. All right, no. Dance, monkeys, dance! Is there anything else you guys wish to discuss during your little break here?
So, it'll be interesting to take the trip, to plan the trip back to, well, my intention is to find a port west and cross the inner sea and tell the chief what's been going on over here. Hopefully this slaying of the demon, of the plague demon, will help the lands prevail. But
And that's my contract as well. So see you through that.
You'll see Nuzglub's head pop over the desk to look at Harzar. You wish to cross the sea, huh? That should be interesting. And then he'll pop back down.
well, crossing the sea is the best way to travel.
If you say so. Yeah, during your conversation is going to be cut a little short here. The earth is going to quake. A lot stronger than before. A much bigger quake. And things start falling off the walls. People start freaking out.
I guess this is worth looking out the window for.
The whole city's shaking. Everything's shaking. It's hard to stand. It's becoming quite the massive earthquake. Things are falling over the streets. Shingles are falling off of roofs. The streets are cracking. It's a pretty big one, and it lasts for a good amount of time.
Right, stay close, stay close. If anything starts to crash down on us, I'll do an earthen passage and keep us safe. We're gonna wait until this is over. The whole town is shaking. Rocks are going everywhere.
You hear a very loud crash come from the north side of the city. You can't really see what's happening, but you see a lot of dust flying up. And then it kind of feels like the earthquake, moves away from you. And things sort of settle a bit. A lot of people were freaking out. Some people are hurt. Quite the cacophony. During all of that, Temo, you will notice your hand is glowing.
I notice it and I say, this is new. And I kind of, without trying to be too loud about it, I sort of show the others.
Do you sense anything? I stand up from my chair.
Gary's big.
Do I
Thanks for the
sense
boom.
anything? Is there any demon energies? And I also picked up smelling as a focus. So is there anything off in
That's
the
kind
air?
of funny. So you can almost taste magical power flowing through the air, but it's not demonic.
Okay.
You feel something happening. You feel something weird going on all around you currently.
I nothing demonic, but the energy is off.
Hi, Toyzilla Network. Thanks for the raid. Everyone's been booned, by the way. Thank you, Vampire Bites. What's up, Vamp? Friggin'
Empire
love you.
Bites. Sean's the homie.
John's the homie. Yeah, but you feel magic all around you, surging. It's nothing like you felt before. It's a completely new sensation. But nothing demonic. And yeah, when you show them your glowing hand, Cedric, yours is also glowing. Both of your gems are glowing, yeah.
I'm gonna try to feel out through my tattoos and try to sense, try to feel what kind of spell may be in effect or magical effect may be occurring.
You're trying to essentially discern the school of magic.
School source, like if it is a spell or if it's actually just a magical creature that's doing it.
Yeah, sure. Give me an arcane lore check here.
16.
16 is not bad. You sense it's strange. You feel primordial, like nature magic flowing. It doesn't feel like it's coming from any sort of creature or anything. It feels like it's popping up all around you. It feels like it's coming into being. Oh, more than any. That's more closely to what it feels like. It doesn't feel like it's coming from anywhere. It feels like it's coming into existence almost.
It feels as if primordial naturalistic magic is blossoming in the air. It's not tethered to anything. I don't feel any magic or any sort of creature.
Ancient magic reforging the planet. But these stones weren't glowing on the way back here, so that must mean there's something out there.
Wasn't that green one glowing when it was embedded in the earth?
Yes.
But it hasn't been glowing the whole time since I got it.
And yours was also glowing when
No.
it was in the statue. You just didn't know why there was light coming from it.
Mine, yeah. I just say as they're out there. Mine was too.
Yeah, the quakes subside. Things go back to normal mostly. People are, you hear like crying, you hear like people whimpering and shouting and stuff. Guards are running around trying to figure out what's going on, figure out how to help. And you guys, your stones stop glowing. They sort of, like, it's not abrupt, it's like they fade.
Well, at least
I
we
was really
could.
enjoying this feast.
It was nice to sit down for once. Maybe our
guess we have to
gems can
check that
predict the
out.
earthquakes. Yeah, probably should.
Feels like something's happening. Something new. Something exciting.
Something ancient. Something so old we don't even recognize it.
Perhaps. It's riveting. Nazgul's gonna tuck away now. He's gonna, like, hide. He's been out and about enough. The guards are around. The palace is doing this and that. There's some damage to the castle. There's a lot of damage to a lot of buildings. You see a bunch of dust flying up from the north side of the town. A lot of people are on the ground. Crazy stuff happened. You could see more if you get a better view, but from here, that's all you can see. After about 10 minutes after the quake ends, Baishi will approach. Lots happened since we last talked, but the Lord does feel it is important to get through this trial quickly.
Any word on what the hell happened? Those quakes?
No one has any idea. We have not had quakes of that magnitude in a very long time, and none of our early warning indicators predicted it.
Have scouts been dispatched to check the disturbance?
Yes, yes. We have agents roaming all over. Our troops are marching the lands once again to try to see. Well, they were already doing it to try to see how far the plague lands have receded.
I'll be excited to hear back about more of these tremors and earthquakes. I think they're not over yet.
I fear you may be right. There's some sort of instability in the earth. I wonder what could have caused it. But we shall hurry with this trial and see the fate of this child. He calls her a child, but, she's an adult. He's just really old. Yeah, he'll lead you to the throne room. It's a grand room with big, tall pillars. All of them are carved with the shapes of dragons. The throne itself is a large, ornate gold chair with like red velvet cushioning and that kind of thing. Very beautiful. The Lord. Oh, I scrolled up too high. Lord Wei Shun sits next to his wife, Hao Mei, and their daughter, Lin Shun, is standing off to the side. Yeah, Rinka is in the room. All of you are in the room. Many guards are around. And there are some other people here. Other, perhaps council members. Other lords. They're all just sort of around. And they are waiting to start the trial. You're ushered in. It will begin with a clerk of the court will begin by reading her charges. She's charged with treason, genocide, witchery, a bunch of stuff. Like, definitely you could expect a death sentence from any one of these, let alone all of them. But he'll read off all the charges. People will sort of gasp at, different intervals. People look scared more than anything. Lord Wei Shun will speak. What say you to these charges? Rinka will speak up. I deny them. And then like a bunch of people will be like, oh, how could she? Kind of like take responsibility kind of thing. But she does deny the charges. He'll look to Baishi and nod. Baishi will step forward. To anyone who would like to speak on the defendant's behalf, please step forward now. Yinbei obviously steps forward.
I step forward, and then as I step forward, I set the butt of my. Actually, as I step forward, I'll kind of hand the musket off to Temo because I don't want to walk closer to them with my weapon in hand. And I'll say, I will give account of what I saw and of the evidence that I gathered. But I dare not say that I'm speaking necessarily on her behalf, merely the truth.
Baishi will nod, and that's fine. Do either of you want to say anything?
I'll tell you exactly what I saw. But I know that dwarven customs aren't the same as the customs in these lands. So excuse me if my words are frank.
Baishi will nod.
I stay down, holding the weapon, sticking to my role.
Okay. There will be someone's going to speak before you guys. They're going to talk about the trials of the plague, all the horrible things that have happened. Just sort of I mean, everything everyone already knows, but they're going to start pinning a lot of stuff on Rinka. It's kind of upsetting, but hey, and she doesn't look, she looks scared. She looks confused. It's not a good time to be Rinka.
No.
But they outline, essentially, it all starts at the Crimson Steeps. That's when they say she went AWOL, and took a contingent of soldiers to betray the crown, and to use dark magics to spread sickness to destabilize the region. That's essentially the story they're going with here. And, it's kind of true. But after their experts speak and all that kind of stuff, Yinbei is the person to speak. He will walk forward. He'll bow very respectfully. He'll address the court. I served with Rinka in the Shanish army, and she always served with honor. She would never betray the crown. She cared deeply for this country and, more importantly, its people. She would never, even if she disagreed with the crown, have brought such ruin upon this country's people. And he'll say something in Shanish, which equates to, and this I swear, by the dragon gods kind of thing. He'll step back. Bai Shi will nod to him. Very good. Step back. Next is Corbinian. Hazar, Steel Flame, envoy of the Nagami tribe.
Hazar kind of takes off his hat and kind of makes this tiny bow and just to the king, and then makes bows to everyone else present in a very Greystone-ish way, because that's the formality I'm familiar with.
You could hear like murmurs of like, what's he doing? But it's not that big a deal.
Yeah. In my role as envoy of the Nagami tribe, I was charged by my chief to investigate the plague that ruins the land and its people, to investigate the war from which you fight. And in these journeys, I discover things relevant to her and to you. I will make what testimony I can and correct some misunderstandings that I'm sure members of court have made. And summarizing, because he will talk at length in informal way. So summarizing that, we have testimony we heard from, and the players forgetting, someone told us about what she did. I think it was a dead man that Morgus was able to wake and ask questions.
Yes.
So I recount that.
You're talking about specifically at the Crimson Steeps where you found out what happened. Yeah. That was a dead person, yeah.
So I recount what was told there, and what we learned, that she went in there, that's where she got it, that sort of thing. That's how we learned about her. So from our perspective, we needed to know who she was, how involved was she, did she cause it? And the thing I add on is, it is hard to say that specifically at that time what her motivation was, and the few that would know with certainty were dead, and we only had so many questions that we could ask. To presume more than that would be dangerously presumptuous. And then I go on and on and on about us tracking her, finding out where she is, learning about the Prax plague demon, talking about about the Star Stone and how it plagues the land, how we learned about that, forward, and then right up until an accurate account of even the battle in that chamber.
Okay.
All the while, the big corrections that I'm making sure that's being highlighted are dark power, that sort of nebulous thing. No, Prax demon, plague demon. We know exactly who it was because we were in the temple. We found out about it. that it seemed that expelling in the battle, the demon that was in her was expelled out of her. How much of that was her ambition leading her to ruin, or how much that was ruin that was already in her, forcing her to do something terrible, I actually don't know. All I know is that whatever that demon was is no longer there.
One of the members of the court will step up. They're allowed to ask questions. If this sword is responsible, what was its fate?
With the court's permission, I would produce it from one of my magical marks.
The guy that asked the question will look at the Lord, and he'll nod.
And normally I clap and pull real fast. I clap and very slowly pull the sword from my hands and hold it. When we found it in battle, I collected it from the ground and stored it safely within my tattoo.
I have examined. Baishi will speak up. I have examined the sword myself, and found that it has been expelled mostly of its demonic presence at this point, corroborating his story. And he'll step back.
I must highlight the bravery and quick thinking of Cedric of Koath, for it was his use of the arcane device he had that was able to strike the sword and steal and wipe away its power.
How was it that none of you came under the effects of this sword?
It was without power once it was collected. There was no... It's... In the battle, it tried to influence us greatly by sharp point and plaguery. But we have, through magic and cunning, we've managed to evade certain death.
So Prax did not try to possess any of you.
It never tried to possess me, and I've had no reports from my fellows of similar.
Timo
I can only
remembers.
testify for myself.
Timo in her head remembers a very unpleasant but luckily brief experience once she grabbed the sword for a second, but says nothing. Sort of keeps that to herself.
The guy will look at everybody and say, "Well, I guess not," and he'll step back. There'll be some murmuring at this. What's your intention with your words, Corbinian?
I'm trying to from Harzar's position, she's guilty of something, whether it's dereliction or recklessness or something like that. But it's a much narrower focus than them, so it's more of a you're trying to pin everything. Like, there's very certain things she did. So
you are trying to alleviate her guilt in this. A bit, at least.
A bit, yeah. Like, I still find her guilty in some respects. Like, you guys are adding a lot of extra stuff. You shouldn't do that.
Well, if you're attempting to diminish her sentence, then go ahead and give me a communication check to that effect.
18 with 6 stun points.
18 with 6 stun points. That's not bad, dog.
Envoy with 5 communication.
Is there a bonus to talking to groups as well?
I can re-roll if it's a bad
okay.
if it's a bad roll.
You have to keep the new
roll.
Yeah, 18 is pretty good.
Does it succeed? Because I'm about to spend stun points if it has.
Yeah, it succeeds.
It
succeeds in it's a successful part of a skill challenge. So you also get 6 points towards your end. Because your stunt dice was a 6. Yeah.
Right. In that case, I don't get stun points because it goes toward because it gets eaten into the skill challenge.
Oh, that how it works? Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless there's a special expenditure in the extended challenge, like if you spend 3, you do something special, but that's usually per skill challenge.
Oh, I didn't have anything set up like that for this because I didn't think of it. Still, good work.
Still.
Yeah, Cedric, you're next.
In my lands, I've been marked, banished, tattooed, and outcast. My word means nothing. and I've been forbidden to speak at any councils or have an opinion or say on any matter related to the Dwarven Kingdoms. However, we're not in the Dwarven Kingdoms. We heard of this plague first when we were to the south of this place, and we came to your lands with the express idea to help. We didn't come here to be heroes or to be recognized. We came here to stop whatever evil was going on. And that led us across the Crimson Steppes. And when we approached this tomb, it had been crashed open as if through some meteorite, some falling star. And never have I heard that the Lieutenant Renka was able to summon shooting stars. Not before, not after. It's not her MO. So I think something led her to that blade that made her make horrible decisions. I believe she was not under her own free will when this happened. The only circumstantial evidence I have to back this up is when we finally tracked down this plague and tracked down these monsters. When the blade was removed from her hand, Renka did not fight for the blade. She didn't continue to assert herself for power or make a play at all in any way to help this demon lord. I think she's a decent person who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And there are outside factors at play. But those kind of factors are the things, the creatures, that carry the ability to control shooting stars and meteor magic. And I see no one here with that ability. Thank you.
Communication check, please, sir.
I rolled a 10 with one stunty boy. I am actually going to re-roll that stunty boy with my boon. And we're going to make it a 5 instead, which actually makes it a 14 with 5 stunt points.
With 5 stunt points, yep.
But they're all soaked up into the skill challenge, which is what I wanted anyways.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a great spend of it,
yeah. Well, that's a lot of... Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, if that is all, we shall deliberate and come to our conclusion. They'll look out, see if anyone else wants to say anything.
I would make an offer. I step forward once I'm recognized.
Yeah, you recognize.
In the gamut, if you find guilty, I have an alternative method of punishment, but I will not assert that offer if that is not the finding.
What is this alternative method?
If you see her guilty, and from the reading of the charges, they lead to her death or execution, I would instead suggest unto you the justice of the Valley of the Star. That is to say, to exile her into the care of the Nagami tribe, for her to atone for all her life in service to the planet she harmed.
We will take it into consideration. And then there'll be a stomp, and everyone will sort of be ushered out.
I'll walk back.
I'll turn to you guys. That's a bad rap. Either you go to get executed or you have to be an orcish slave the rest of your life.
Servant of the tribe. The Horde makes sure we don't waste people.
Boy, that sounds inviting.
Well, hopefully her council will take what you two have said into sincere consideration. And perhaps have a better idea.
The worry I have is that my opinion's clear. I know she screwed up as an officer of their military, but all the other things.
Yeah, hard to screw up when after a meteor strikes.
I've heard of Greystone Inquisitions that were less damning.
Wrong place, wrong time for Lieutenant Renka. Could have been anybody.
But it was her at the end of it. A warrior must be called to account for who died under their command.
Yeah, during you guys' talks, they're going to take a while for the deliberation. You guys are free to go about. The city, lots of stuff's going on still. There's rubble being sifted through. Some buildings collapsed. That kind of thing's going on. People are calling out. People are confused, separated from their families. That kind of thing is going on out there. Do you have any wish to go out of the castle?
We have like a while until they deliberate, right? An hour or two?
More or less. It could happen sooner, but...
I want to hear if these scouts have a report back for that thunderous explosion to the north that we couldn't see, that we could only hear. I want to go walk over to the walls and shoot the breeze with some scouts real quick.
You will see Mo Chun, who is a soldier that you saved from the demons on your way to Watanawagawa the first time. Hazar pretty much brought him back from death almost. This guy, you see him talking to people. So you see someone you could talk to without having to go meet new people.
It's good to see you survived the earthquakes.
He'll bow to you guys. Oh, it's great to see you. So happy you're still alive. Oh, it's crazy out there. The whole world is falling apart. It feels just when things were starting to get better.
Have you reported or seen anything strange other than shifting lands?
We have unconfirmed reports of various magical events happening throughout the kingdom, at least as far as our scouts have gotten so far.
So this sort of thing is happening everywhere?
It's happening as far as we have eyes to see.
Have you gone beyond your borders?
We haven't had time. We only sent out people a day or so ago.
Right. Thank you for the information. I'll check back.
Have you seen? He asks.
We saw some small tremors when we were headed back this way, but we haven't seen what caused the ruckus earlier.
Oh. He'll look around. He'll gesture for you to follow him. He'll lead you up some stairs, higher and higher and higher. You guys will rise to the top of a tower. A very high tower, probably the highest tower in the castle other than Baishi's tower, which you can see like over there. It's a little higher. But he'll point to the south. And you can immediately see. It's the way you guys came from when you first came here. I bet you don't remember passing any of those mountains on your way here. And sure enough, there's large rock formations, huge mountains that are fresh. You can see their seams where the plates came together, risen off in the distance. Honestly, I'm surprised that the shaking wasn't worse.
Yeah.
I've never seen something so beautiful.
The natural arcanum are asserting themselves rather strongly, it seems. We were there when the ground was breaking quite violently. We had to escape rather quickly to get ahead of it. It's a good thing we didn't linger much for any great amount of time.
Yes, good thing.
Brand new mountains. Do you know how many brand new caves there would be? Do you know how much treasure would be in those mountains? Untapped, untouched? Gemstones, gold, silver.
and how much was buried and lost forever.
I'm worried about how far these earthquakes are going to run and what'll happen to the mountains we already have.
Yes, it is exciting to say the least, but it's not without its cost. And he'll point to the north, and you guys will like kind of go around the tower, and you'll see all the dust kicked up from before. You can see the back wall, which is the one that you exited underneath with Baishi when you left for the fortress, is like gone. And a bunch of buildings over there are just decimated. They fell down the cliffside on the back. They're just gone. And you can see a lot of troops over there like trying to sort through the rubble and try to find people.
I hope none of those were your house.
No. I don't live over there. I live near the castle. In the barracks. But it's still very unfortunate for those souls that did live there. And the black market was over there too.
You mean to tell me there's a black market's worth of treasure just all sprawled throughout those houses right now, throughout those ruins? There's just all sorts of black market goodies?
Hey, I mean, who's to say? They might have taken it and left, but
I just wanted to thank you for your time and thank you for showing us all of these things, but I have an appointment I have to get to immediately across town.
oh, of course, and he'll bow.
Sorry, I double booked my day.
And you guys can all leave the tower now.
So I presume you're gonna go cliff climbing. I say as we're walking through the streets.
And you're just going to leave all that treasure down there, all sprawled out for anyone to get? I assume you're coming with me. You can walk down cliff sides after all.
I have no need of the ruins of wealth. Besides, I have concerns that someone we know may have perished. So I want to look into that.
He said black market goods, Harzar. We're talking about soul gems. We're talking about gunpowder. We're talking about all sorts of things you can't get on the street. Spell books, lost treasure without names.
Cedric, do I look like a Drac that is hurting for gold or magical ability?
No.
Your powers of appraisal are innumerable.
If I find any potions, I'm still split on whether or not you're going to get one. And then I walk away in a huff.
Nice. Where are you going?
I'm gonna look at Temo for a second and just kind of sigh.
I really am just gonna go sift through some of these ruins on the cliffside and see if I can find anything worth value. I really am. I'm not gonna spend weeks doing it, but I'm gonna do it for a little bit, see what I find.
My intention. Temo,
Before
is...
you
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, thanks. Just really quick, before you leave, I say, wait. If you find a shield down there, why don't you go ahead and grab me one? Something small, if there's anything.
And you're not coming either. Oh, okay. You're not coming, and you have a request. That's great. Well, that's just the best. I got two.
Well, if you're going anyway.
Request, and that's just be down. I'm there by myself. Just grumble, walking down the street, walking away.
You guys aren't going with them?
No, I'm going to the tavern where the kid we saved was, to make sure he's like not dead or hurt.
To be fair, it's in the same direction.
Yeah, so I'm heading the same direction. It's just there's a moment of what the no, that's not where I'm going, sort of thing. It's like, yeah, I'm going to try and find out where this guy is.
That kid's name is Khan.
Yeah.
Noonien City. Khan the Thief. There it is.
I think I had that. So, yeah, there it is. Okay. You guys all head towards the north side of town. And that's a good place for us to take our break. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for listening. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks everyone for playing. And we will be right back. Hey everybody, hope you brought your baby powder because we're back with more Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age from Green Ronin Publishing. I'm still John and I'm still the Game Master.
That's right. It's me, Casualty CDG. If you got that baby powder, I want you to put it in both hands and lather it up real nice. Give your hands a little slap and send that shit straight and just powder in the air.
Can't lather
all over
baby
the
powder.
place.
Can't do it.
What is it called whenever you lather up a powder?
Yo,
When you get into like a nice silky, when you get into like a nice silky mixture. You know when you
grind
lather up
on
a
it,
powder
Gary.
real good.
You just grind on it.
I want you to grind up that powder real good and slap them hands together and send baby. I want you to send baby powder all over your house because it's time for Thursday.
Just gonna find the report button here.
You're gonna report the stream you're on.
Hey, wipe
it's
your
not my
hands off
stream.
first, man.
But yes, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corpinian. Please do not breathe in baby powder. That is my announcement of the day. I'm also announcing that I am also playing and reprising my role, Harzar Steelflame, the Drakish Orcish rather, envoy of the Nagami tribe.
And it is me, Aaron Bamier, back in the shoes of Temo Pab, the warrior bodyguard for Harzar. And remember, folks, when you're going to collect powder on me there, you got to breathe out, not in.
Accidentally put baby powder on my powdered donuts, and I don't know which ones have the sugar and which ones have the baby powder, so I'm just going to have to eat them one by one and find out.
Well, one smells like talc, the other one smells like sugar.
There's only one lane.
Just, on the live stream, you guys bite into one without knowing.
No.
Just cough out baby powder and sugar all over the place.
Oh no.
Now we're getting views.
It's funny, during the conversation we did get more views. Yeah, so you guys are all heading to the north side of town to investigate the collapse of a certain section of town. And you're going to different places for different reasons, but they're on the way to each other, so no big deal. Yeah, you guys pass the alleyway, or you're at the alleyway where the entrance to I have the name written down. The Merchant's Purse. You're there. You're where the Merchant's Purse is. It's before the collapse section of town.
Oh shoot.
You see people outside chatting. The typical scene.
I'll kind of just walk in and kind of take a look around.
Someone
I
looks
spot
at
him
you
there.
and then looks you up and down and looks away. Doesn't do anything. You walk in. There's a lot of people in here still. It's always pretty busy in here. It's not quite like last time where you could barely move, but there's quite a few people in here. You see Khan off to the side. There's a large group of people standing around a table. They're all listening to a black-scaled Drak female. And then there's several other people like watching. There's like a group. I'd say the group's about 7 or 8. But she's talking about something. There's a cage on the table with a cloth over it, like a sort of a bread box sized cage.
But is it bigger than a bread box? Sorry. Yeah, I'll make sure I have a nice firm grip on my musket as I'm walking in, and I'll meander over to the table.
Khan will notice you. Oh, hey guys, what's going on?
Just making sure you're right for rain, given all what happened on the north wall.
Oh, I appreciate you checking in on me. Yeah, some crazy stuff's going on this side of town.
I hear some crazy fools are deigning to start digging around in what fell over.
Yeah, that's what we're actually talking about that right now.
Are you now?
Well, she is.
I'll kind of just lean on the musket, kind of like like a walking stick sort of thing, and just pay attention.
I'm telling you, now could be a good opportunity to move in. And she'll reach for the cage, and she'll lift off the cloth. Inside will be a strange-looking creature, sort of like a big crab, but it's like a cross between a crab and a cockroach. It's a weird-looking thing, an alien bug, essentially, pretty large. The only place I've seen one of these before is in Morgane's menagerie, and if it's out, then that means, well, we might be able to gain entrance to his treasures.
Count me in.
She'll look over at you. Ah, we have a volunteer. That's good. That's good. Put a crew together. I like it. What about the rest of you? Anyone else want to see if we can't turn a profit here?
I'm afraid my compatriots aren't interested in money. I, however, am interested in finding some rare or unknown magic items. I'll help you guys get whatever you need to get, but I get a pick of something of the loot.
Fair enough. Everyone's entitled to the loot. Anyone who comes, that is. But, yes, money. Money is one thing. But if this was just about money, well, it wouldn't be nearly as interesting. Morgane had many things in his...
Oh, yeah, I tried to tell him. Listen, I said potions, I said spell books, I said creatures, I said gyms. Listen, I told them the whole thing on the way here. They didn't want to do it.
They have no vision. Unlike you, my friend. Might be able to find a place for you in our ranks.
I'm not interested. I just want to get something and get out of here.
Contractor? Of course. Of course. Well, I am in, she'll say. The other people look kind of scared. Khan. I'll go. Khan, we've talked about this. You're still pretty young for this kind of heist. We don't know what kind of dangers can lurk down below.
What's the worst that could happen? A few traps and some bugs. Let the kid go. It's not like we're fighting a dragon or going on a bandit raid.
He'll shrug. Could be dangerous, but all the same, if you'll watch out for him, I guess he can come.
Worst thing that happens is he gets all his hair burned off or loses his eyebrows. It'll grow back.
Let's hope.
Or you lose a leg. Humans grow legs back, right?
Not in the general, no.
She doesn't know. She thinks about it for a second. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but... Khan, does your leg grow back? And she'll look at him. He'll be like, no. Do the two of you have any interest in accompanying?
I'll kind of lean closer to Temo and say, I'll be staying close to the castle. The less an official envoy is seen around such a matter, it means less complications when we leave. But I won't. I'd rather you were close to the young one over there to make sure he doesn't get his head lopped off.
I had a similar concern. I was going to suggest we go, but if you'd rather stay back, I can watch that. I can watch this one and make sure he stays together.
Oh, good. It looks like I don't have to babysit Khan after all.
Hey.
He's old enough to hold a weapon. He's also smart enough to know when to use it, or not to, right?
Yeah, I hope so. I sure do wish you were going, though, but... I guess this kind of thing's not for everybody.
You wouldn't want to see him down there anyways. He can't fight. It would be embarrassing. We'd all be laughing at him the whole time. That's
I will put
the
a
real
hole
reason.
through your head.
Ooh. That's some brazen talk. The woman, the female Drac, her name is Haya. She'll get closer. Where are you from? You're not from here.
I'm from the Valley of the Star.
Ah,
I'm of the Nagami tribe.
you are a cousin to our people. Diluted, it seems.
Careful. I'm here in peace to learn what my chief asks of me. Challenge my honor further, and your head paints the wall behind you.
Not a talk. You sure
I click the hammer back on my musket and hold it up.
She doesn't flinch. She's pretty steadfast. Shame. You might have guts after all. Too bad you won't come with us. Yeah, she'll shrug.
You've got to forgive him. That's the orc in him talking.
She'll look at you again.
As soon as you said you were going to paint the wall behind her.
She'll look at you again. She'll sniff. Ah. Interesting. She doesn't say anything further, though. And she'll walk.
There's a beat of stare down, and then I very carefully click the hammer back and let the hammer come down slowly so it's not ready to fire immediately.
Okay, then. Well, it is best if we hurry in this matter.
Early bird gets the worm. Plus, we got to get back to the courthouse ASAP. So let's make this snappy, shall we?
You're expected in court. This is interesting.
Well, some of us have respectable lives to live, you see, so...
She'll
I
glare.
have 2
she'll
lives to
glare at you.
live. So let's get on.
I'll smile toothily at her.
Khan's gonna whisper to Temo, "Get a room, right?" But yeah, so you guys head on out. It will be the 4 of you: Khan, Haya, Temo, and Cedric. And then Corbinian, who's a monster, is splitting the party. But it's fine. Yeah, you'll be led out the alleyway, down the street.
Just give him Khan's character sheet.
You can play as Khan if you want to. I don't really have a character sheet for him though. It's just
He's Khan. Next episode, he could be Khan.
he's pretty much just a bandit. Yeah, you guys will be led. You'll be led through the streets. You'll see a lot of troops doing evacuations and searching through rubble, that kind of thing, patrolling, make sure people aren't coming in here. You'll avoid a few patrols, and eventually you'll get deep within the disaster zone, as it were. It's just that it was here. Start looking for a way in. She'll point. The door was right here, but it looks like it's buried.
Yeah, looking for a way in is one of my strong suits. Let me do a little perception searching check. And I rolled stunties. It's just bad stunties. I rolled an 11.
You find a way in, but it's you can't fit. You find like a half a window that you can kind of see into a basement.
That 11 did come with 3 stunt points.
That's fine.
Can I use them for extra information? You
Yeah.
gain an extra piece of information related to your action?
Yeah.
It's skinny for me, but looking through the window or the door, is there some sort of mechanism or lever or something that might be, maybe we could hit it from here? Or
There's no
of the
mechanism
sort.
because this isn't a door or anything. It's just like a slit of a window that's barely sticking above the ground. But it does seem like it's thin enough for you to earth walk through.
all right, everybody stay close. We're going to have to use some magic to get through here.
I
I
looks at
will
you suspiciously.
I'll cast an earth passage. I rolled a 13 looking for an 11, so I got it.
Yep. Khan and Haya watch you, but they don't move towards it. They don't necessarily
All right, everybody
notice. Haya will look at you one last time and then step in.
Come on, kid. I can't keep this up forever.
Oh, okay. If you say so. And he'll duck in.
I'm right behind him.
And then I'll come in last.
Now
And the shifting sand will stop shifting again as we enter this new room.
You're in a cracked, broken room. There's debris everywhere. It looks like it used to be a basement of some kind. There's like broken casks and a cracked wall in front of you that seems to reveal a partially obscured passageway that may have at one point been hidden. I knew it. I knew he kept the secret passage in the storeroom. Well, it doesn't look like anyone's guarding it anymore. We should
I
hurry.
wonder if there's something that opens that door, or if we have to do it the old-fashioned way.
It's good. It's a good point. Search for a lever. They'll start looking around.
Does anything feel off in here? Like, nothing demonic, I'm hoping, but also
No demons.
cool. All right.
Magic, though. A little bit.
I did a 22 search with 6 stunt points to search this little room.
Can't hide a switch in a stone from a dwarf.
No, you sure can't.
You see a stone that you can press.
Hey, here we go. Fake stone. Sticks out like a sore thumb to a dwarf.
It goes and it breaks, and then it like lodges itself open.
Oops.
But the passage is open. It's just not closing ever again.
So this is about the time I would expect the magic traps to start showing up. And I'll look at Khan when I say that.
I don't know what you want me to do about it.
On that note, especially, my guardian ability is like normally a minor action. I just want to kind of have it there, ready all the time to protect Khan.
Is it minor, you said?
It's a minor, yeah.
Okay. So you're constantly burning your minor action to just be always protecting him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Khan will be after you. To everybody, pretty much. Hiya. She's gonna look at him. You first, kid. It's time you earn your stripes. Cedric agrees. Temo follows right behind Khan. But Khan does go down. Looks a little worried. He grabs a torch off a wall and lights it. You guys head down a small staircase. It doesn't go very deep or anything.
What do you see up there, brave leader? Any skeletons or ghosts or monsters?
No, it's just a hallway down here. It's kind of screwed up though.
Keep up the good work. I
Uh,
say as we're running down the staircase behind him.
all of you guys come down the stairs. Yeah, no traps yet. But when you come down to the stairs, you'll notice. Well, Cedric might not notice, honestly, but everyone else has to stoop. The ceiling's kind of fallen in a bit, and so it's about a 5-foot ceiling. So if you're over 5 feet, you have to stoop.
Yeah, it's
Even
pretty
I would
uncomfortable.
have to stoop in here in real life.
Yeah, Temo's like one hand's on the roof, just crouching.
Horde
He's
scrimping
6'4".
the
Mm-hmm.
It's not too tall for me, but I am still trying to make it through this hallway a little sideways, a little diagonal, because the hallway is just barely wide enough for me. All the hallways are just barely wide enough for me.
Yeah, it's not a very wide hallway. It leads straight to a door, a wooden door, that is closed, and you can't open it because it swings out, and it is blocked by the ceiling.
Oh, because
Yeah, because it's caved in. So it's like you can't you if you do tug on it, it won't open. But it's wood.
Old-fashioned way.
Might
got
have
that.
to. Yeah.
I can take care of that.
fire.
Yeah, let's old fashioned this door, so to speak. I won't bust out any crazy axe and magical axes. We'll just use a regular old, just kind of work it through, and then using the rough end, batter it through. 14, just do some damage.
That's a
here.
hit. Yeah.
23.
23 damage. You break through that door. Not all the way, but for the sake of expediency, clearly you can cut through that door. It takes a couple turns, but you hack and hack, and eventually you can enter through the broken bottom of this door.
After you.
Khan will duck inside. When you come into this room, it is barred from this side, like so that it can't swing out. And it's a stone room, like the whole room's stone. It kind of looks like it's not, but it looks like a old. Well, I guess it could be. It's an old aquifer. So it's like a big room with those like sort of curved pillars holding up the roof in several spots. Maybe like it used to hold water in here. No, the ceiling here is not short. It's like a 10-foot ceiling now.
This isn't
Nice.
quite the vault room I was expecting to find.
No, this isn't it. They keep.
Are you sure you didn't just lead us back into the sewers?
I'm sure. Well, I'm pretty sure. As sure as you can be in these things. The city did fall apart. Who knows what happened under the ground. But, yeah. So you guys, in this room, you notice there are signs of, like, people having been here. There's a table, some chairs. It looks like guards hung out in here. There are some, like, alcoves that have tables and chairs set up, like maybe people were sitting here. And the whole middle area is kind of set up like a stage. When you look up at the ceiling, there's a cage that looks like it can be lowered from the ceiling, like a WWE steel cage style kind of thing. And then at the far end of the room, there's big double doors that are ajar.
What exactly did he keep in this place?
Like I said, it was a menagerie. All kinds of things. Pretty much anything he could get his hands on.
That cage has me thinking these guards were betting on creature fights.
I mean, that is what people would do down here. I just hope... Well, I hope the creatures aren't out. But... no guarantees anymore.
What kind of creatures?
He's had everything from minotaurs to basilisks, werewolf one time, and she'll be searching for like other things that he had in her mind. Khan will
good.
say,
For a moment I was frightened.
and a chimera. She'll, I hadn't heard of a chimera. And he's like staring off towards the wall. Out from behind one of the pillars will step a creature with the paws of a lion, the hooves of a deer, the head of a goat, a serpent, and a lion.
It's Cedric's mother.
I was just gonna say, Timo, you don't know him, do you?
I don't think so. What
it's
do I
going.
recognize or see? Okay.
You don't know.
Fred, is that you?
But yeah, Chimera steps out.
Yeah,
from,
I met up with these other two and I turned into a chimera. I just used to be a go person. I said, what the hell? I'll be a chimera for a few years.
Blend them
Yeah,
together.
it's my. I'm taking a year off. What do they call it?
A gap year.
Sabbatical?
A gap year. Yeah,
Sabbatical.
Oh.
taking a gap year. I'm a chimera now. Look at me. But no, Chimera enters the scene from the side of the room. It looks like it was eating somebody in the corner. But yeah, it will step out and its lion's head will roar. And we'll roll initiative.
Well,
17.
Alrighty. Keep losing my marker. Here it is. 17 will be. So Tema, you're first.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and draw the axe blade of Proactor, the hellish big old two-handed axe, and step in front of Khan.
Yeah, he steps back. He cowers. He's not ready for this.
Yeah. And actually, I want to slide him my throwing axe. I don't know what he brought.
He has a dagger. That's all he has.
A dagger. I slide him the throwing axe. Yeah.
He'll clutch it and hold it in front of him like this.
And I'll turn back
Okay.
and be in guardian stance. That's me.
Oh, you're gonna enter guardian stance and stop. That's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Haya is going to run around a pillar and disappear. And then it's going to go. It's going to charge forward. You're the most obvious target, Temo. What does Guardian Stance do exactly?
So when Khan gets attacked, or when Khan is hit by an attack, I can make a roll against the attack. And if I succeed, then the attack hits me instead.
It's going to charge. The goat head is going to lower, and it's going to hit you in the chest.
Rude.
Take 15.
goat on goat action. Only on Fresh Out the Box.
I blocked that down to 7 as I brace for impact.
It's going to then, after it hits, you're kind of tangling with the goat head. The lion is going to claw you. That might miss, actually. No, it doesn't. 15, that hits.
Nice.
With some stunt points, that's going to be 14.
Okay.
And then the snakehead's gonna. Ooh, cool! I got stunt points with him. That's the one I want stunt points with. Well, do I hit? Bite 5. 14? Does 14 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. That was the closest I got to missing it. So, I'm gonna use the poisonous bite stunt.
Oh no.
So first I'm gonna do do I do regular damage first to the target? Make a Constitution stamina test.
19.
Okay, you pass. So you don't take the additional effects of that. So you'll just take. No, that's 2d6. Whoops. 14.
All right. Very cool.
You really did not want that poison, so good on you. After that, Cedric, you'll see this thing come in and give Temo all it's got. It gives her the business.
Yeah, I don't want all three of those hits, so I'm gonna spread out. I'm gonna spread out behind another column, maybe about 20 feet away or so. You know, I'm within movement, but I'm not within immediate movement.
Yeah.
I think.
And you have some cover. That's fine.
And I'm gonna aim, and then I'm gonna shoot this thing.
Okay.
I rolled a 20 to hit with 4 stunty
That's a
boys.
hit, sir. That is a hit.
I figured it would be.
Your crossbow
So I
bolt
clicked throw
slams
my
into the
damage,
side
and I
of
got
this thing.
21 of those damage boys.
21 of those damage boys. What are you doing with them stunties?
I am going to rapid reload with 1 stunty, and then I'm gonna spend 2 to mighty blow,
Okay.
and then the last one I'll get a +1 next turn.
Okay.
So let me add 5 damage for 26 damage altogether, and then I'll get a +1 next turn, and I'm reloaded.
Nice.
That bolt sinks in really good into like the side under its arm, right into its ribs, and the lion's head's gonna like whimper. Like it's a pretty good hit. That's
Pay
not
attention. Pay attention, kid. Hunting one of these is easy. It's just like hunting a lion mixed with a goat mixed with a snake.
bad. I'm gonna see if he even has the willpower to attack this thing. He steals himself. He's gonna go for an attack. He hits it. It's pretty good. So he goes, ah! He throws the axe that you gave him, and it hits and like kind of like hits handle first and bounces off. And the snakehead looks at him. Temo, it's your turn.
And that's when I swing for the snakehead, twisting away from where the claws are and the horns of the goat are. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
That's going to impact for 19 points of damage. And then does this creature... are they immune to skirmish, or does skirmish cost more stun points to perform on them?
It is not considered a big creature.
Okay, all right.
It is bigger than you, but not to the point where it... Yeah.
In that case, I do move the target 2 yards, whatever direction is most furthest away from Khan. And
Oh yes, skirmish him under the cage into the middle of the room.
yeah, that's effectively where I push him, because I think Khan's
How
comfortable
far?
anyway. 2 yards
2 yards.
with the impact of the axe. Yeah, and
You push it
then,
back a little bit, yeah.
I'll take it, and I'm just gonna keep the guardian on Khan just in case. Is he more than 4 yards from me now at this point? Actually,
Con?
is he like yeah?
No, he's pretty close to you. He's not
Okay.
getting far from you.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I'll do that.
Fear is a powerful motivator. Yeah, you did 19, you said, altogether?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Haya. She's going to appear. And she's going to cut at this thing's back with 2 short swords. She hits. No stun points, though. She's going to do some damage. She draws beads of red out of this thing's hide, and it's going to like kick at her with its goat leg. She'll jump out of the way. She's pretty. You'll notice she's pretty agile. She knows how to fight, and she really did just come out of nowhere. So she's a stealthy, quick combatant for sure. After that, the Chimera is going to go. It will. It's going to goat leg kick as an actual attack on Haya. which it's going to catch her in the chest.
Oh,
She gets straight up mule kicked in the chest for a not insignificant amount of damage. And then after that, the snake is going to bite at Khan. And will hit. So you're going to interpose, or you're muted.
Yes, I'll interpose. I rolled a 14 against it. Against the attack roll.
You have to beat the attack roll in order to interpose?
I believe so. Just an opposed test, so I don't know if I, as the one who rolls against, if a tie would make the difference for me or not, but I do have to win it to block the attack.
It is tied at current.
Good to know. This is, what is this, an opposed roll?
Yeah, would you like to boon it?
Let's do that. Let's just boon it with the +2.
The +2 get it. So you move, you throw yourself a little bit harder into the way. The snake bites you. Does that have your armor? Because of that,
It does. It's a full armor for this one. If I do it as a stunt, it has my armor.
Fair
So I have
enough.
that too.
Take 11.
Okay.
Snake bites you, and then the claws of the lion are once again going to actually physically target you. Which, unfortunately, I got stun points on this one instead of the poisonous bite that I wanted it on. But that's okay.
Part of the lion, man.
Yeah, the lion claws you for 13.
Good gravy.
Yeah, he's a whirlwind of pain. Chimeras are fun. I like them.
Mm-hmm.
I made you fight one before, but that one was like way stronger. This one's a little weaker. Well, the last one, its heads could grow back and stuff, and it was doing crazy shit. But yeah,
That's right.
so the Chimera's done. Cedric, it's your turn.
I was able to reload with my stunt points last time, so I have action economy to aim this time.
Okay.
I'm going to move
you
another
get a plus
20
one.
feet away. Move another 20 feet away. That way I am now 2 turns of movement away from the Chimera. So
Fair
I can
enough.
shoot it, but it has to do turns to get to me. Is it currently under the cage?
It's close, but not quite.
If I drop the cage on it, it won't get caught, but it will get hit by the cage.
It's close to it would get hit. It's not.
Okay. Okay. I'm
If she
just gonna keep
skirmishes
shooting
it
the Chimera.
again, the cage would land on it. Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to shoot it again this turn then, and I'm going to hope for the best next turn. Let's go zippity doodah for a little 24.
That's a hit
25.
with 6 stunt points.
Yeah, it is.
on the Chimera.
It's the 21 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do that talent that I have, the rogue talent thing that makes it hurt real bad. What is it called? Cruel Strike. That's what it's called. Cruel Strike. Your bow deflects in a more awful, demoralizing energy, visually prominent wound on the target. Your target must succeed a willpower morale test opposed by your successful attack roll. So willpower morale versus a 25.
I did not pass that, surprisingly.
So now you can choose confused, frightened, or defenseless, which remains until the end of the encounter or until you regain health.
I'm gonna go confused.
And then I spend my other stunt point to rapid reload.
Excellent. So, when confused. Okay. Huh. Interesting. It has a different. It has an effect that's not useful to me, but I'll make him confused. It'll be a thing. So, yes, I have been powered up. Thank you, vampire. You mean person, you. There are several things I feel like I could do. Fuck it. I am going to... I'm going to use that power up to attack with the Chimera off turn.
It's so confused. He doesn't even know when his turn is anymore.
It goes berserk when you hit it with this arrow. Oh, yeah. How much damage was that? 21?
Yeah, I think it was
Enough to kill
21.
it.
Yes, 21. That's correct.
It does, like, the bolt goes in, and it leaves it tears out one of the lion's eyes. It roars, and then it immediately goes berserk. Temo, get attacked a bunch, because, haha, I'm the dungeon master.
Wow.
You can thank Vampire Bites for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 does not hit you, right?
It does not.
All right, I finally missed you once. I rolled like shit on that one. Lion Claws went. Snakehead's going to bite you. Ooh, I got some points. Did I hit those? $13?
That matches my defense. I always forget.
So that means I hit you.
You hit me.
I'm going to use my 2 stun points to poison you. Make a Constitution Stamina test as the snake fangs go into your body.
14.
14 is a failure! Sorry, I don't mean to sound so excited, but I am! Alright. So, take... Alright, so first you're going to take 17.
Rude.
Yeah. You feel the venom enter your body, and then you're going to take... it's only 2. Take 2 penetrating damage after that.
Seen worse. Seen worse poisons.
You get a -1 penalty to all attacks until the end of the encounter or until you're healed by magic. -1 penalty, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then the goat is gonna headbutt you because haha. Thank Vampire Bites for this once again. They said you're welcome. 10, 11. That hits. I'm sorry. You're really hurt now, aren't
No,
you?
you're not. You are.
Disrespectful. Yeah, I'm pretty.
14.
Don't lie.
Cedric, you shoot this thing, it goes hog wild and just crashes into Temo, and you see her wince.
Yeah, that last one stumbles me a bit.
I like to imagine
That's
that I
fine.
shoot the crossbow and the camera zooms in on the crossbow bolt, and then it turns into a GM power up by Vampire Bites in the air, and then hits the Chimera, and then it gets all supercharged.
Pretty
My
much.
crossbow bolt just stopped being a crossbow bolt right before it hit.
Yeah, so that wasn't its turn, but it went anyways. Khan, I don't even know if he can hurt it, honestly. He does not go up to it while it's berserking, and he kind of, like, steps back a bit. Temo, it's your turn.
Oh god. 15. I wing the axe back. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
15 hits. I send it a couple of yards back toward the thing, standing my ground, bracing myself for another round of its attack, and still watching out for a strike to con with a minor action.
So you don't move up to where you knocked him back to?
Not this time. Let me just double check something.
Because the only person that goes before it goes again is Haya.
Oh, I don't have to use it every time. I just use it at the beginning. Sorry, for Guardian, it just stays active. I use it once, and then...
Cool.
To designate somebody. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, that makes way more sense.
That's even better,
So
yeah.
then- that is better. We will stay back anyway and do the guard up. Is that the minor action defense boost?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I'll do. stay back. I'm like hunched over, breathing heavily, and I steady my legs, and that's the end of my turn.
It is Haya's turn, and then the Chimera is going to go again.
Haya, drop the cage.
She'll look over at you. She'll look up at the cage. She's going to dash backwards. Let's see.
Voiceover JR screaming that she's about to drop the cage.
By God, the cage is coming down. By God.
What's the guy with the cowboy hat doing here?
That's the guy who was getting chewed up in the corner when we walked in. Now he sits up and we can see him. By God, it's a 4-on-1, but the Chimera counts as 3. It's a handicap match and they're bringing the cage down.
She throws her sword. It hits the rope.
The top rope? Sorry.
The sword's coming off the top rope.
The cage comes crashing down.
And the cage comes flashing down to the ring.
It hits the Chimera.
For a 1, 2, 3, and the Chimera's down for the count. He got beat like a government mule.
He takes a massive amount of damage, and whimpers. After that, it is confused, so I'm gonna see if it can
Sounds like a botch to me, except
act
hit it.
normal. Willpower, self-discipline.
Know your role on Fresh Out the Box win?
I rolled really, really good, but I don't know if he has good stats for this. I have to pass a target number. I got it. All right. So he is confused, but he is able to act normally. He's going to get up. He's going to charge Haya.
Oh no.
He hits her. 4. I keep rolling 6 with these dice. I think they're loaded.
You would know.
15. She takes a big hit from the ram head, and stumbles backwards. It does hurt her a lot. Yeah, he's just gonna go all out on her. That's a miss.
That's what she gets for talking crap about me.
Snake head. 4. Also a miss. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cedric. It's your turn once again, buddy.
21 to hit because I have aim
hit.
because I was able to reload. And I'm not close range. I'm over here. I rolled a 14 to my damage. No stunt points this time. No tricks up my sleeves.
The bolt hits it in its back. It roars again, and sort of like tries to get the bolt out of its back by moving around. It is in pain. It's bleeding. It's not happy. Temopab.
Muted.
The mighty muted Temopab.
Wow, I do this to myself so often. I'm gonna run at it and leap up and sort of like reach for a ram horn to headbutt the ram with a stunt attack.
Okay,
That's gonna be 17 to hit,
that hits.
and with the 2 points, because I am an expert in unarmed, which is something I haven't really leaned on. I'm gonna knock it prone with 1 stunt, one of the 2 I get. Knock it prone, and I skirmish it too. So we'll send it just toppling sideways, and then it falls over on the ground with a headbutt.
It'll fall over the ground and skitter backwards. Haya, who's pretty hurt at this point, she's gonna run up to stab it while it's on the ground. She does hit it. She stabs it. It's still up, unfortunately. It's gonna go again. Temo. Serpent bite coming at you.
Do
13.
it. That's it.
Okay. $13. The snake gets you. The claws are going to come out for her again. It hits her. She takes 10. That's not good. You see Haya take a big swipe to the chest. Her armor's ripped a little bit. She's bleeding. And then, yeah, I guess the goat. It's going to get up. Now, it doesn't really... I feel like the goat can't really attack while it's getting up. Just personally. Yeah. Cedric.
One last shot. This is the only shot that matters. Oh, I do have to reload, so I don't have aim. So here is the roll. 19 with 3 stunties.
It's a hit.
Here is the damage. 24 damage.
That hurts.
You shoot right through its heart, in its chest, in one side, out the other. It falls to the ground. Dead. Very dead. That was some overkill. He was so close.
Sorry about that, everyone. It should have died on the last bolt.
It was so
I chop his snake head off.
Just out of spite.
Yeah.
nice.
That thing put up much more of a fight than I expected.
Not to be that guy. But do you think we could cook that?
You're welcome to try. Keep the skull as a trophy at least. Or sell it. And I look over to see how, what's her name again?
Hiya.
Yeah, how are the other
Hiya.
two? Alive?
Khan's fine. Hiya is pretty hurt. And so is Tenma.
Yes.
You could finish the job. You split it less ways.
It's true.
Well, we didn't come all the way down here just to get beaten half to death by a Hydra, did we? Or Chimera? By a Chimera, did we?
That was a Hydra.
God, I hope there's not a Hydra down here. Jeez.
Knowing our luck, and at this rate, there'll be one in the very next room.
Well, I'm hoping that the Chimera was the worst of it. But we'll have to see. Yeah, through that door is the entryway to the menagerie and to hopefully the vault. If he has such a thing, but the treasure store, you know.
Well, you two may want to patch up before we head into any more unknown circumstances.
A 5-minute breather.
Yeah, I can take a breather. Look around, see if you can find anything of use. Haya is going to go up to the Chimera. You'll see her cut one of the fangs out. This thing was venomous. Maybe I can use that. She'll also go retrieve her sword from earlier. But yeah, you guys can do a little heal. The short rest heal.
Cedric, can I get a hand with that heals?
What do you...
Uh-oh.
As it completely goes over my head that I have a green healing stone in my hand.
What was the first part you said? I kind of missed it.
Do you need any healing supplies or what? I think I'm running low. I might be out.
I nod. No, your actual hand, the stone. You want to see what else it can do? And if you could be quick about it, that'd be great.
Hey, no problem. A magic emerald titan stone of Elogmort. Heal!
Roll
City of Mist.
the City of Mist. Roll a willpower test.
self-discipline or just willpower?
Self-discipline works.
12.
It glows, and you're like, oh, it's happening, and then it doesn't happen.
I told you mine's busted. I already used all the magic in this thing.
Well, I hope not. But thanks for trying anyway.
Did he
No
really
problem.
try?
You guys take a 5-minute breather.
Stupid stone.
That gets you 5 plus con plus level of health.
It's surprisingly a lot for a 5-minute breather.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I feel like it's just because of how their heal economy is in this game. It's a little less.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys get your 5-minute breather. You look around the room a bit. There's stuff at the tables. You find like there's some playing cards here, alcohol there, maybe a couple coins in the cushions, kind of thing. But nothing too interesting. You can steal a used hookah, a harmonica that has someone else's spit on it.
Nice.
Stuff like that. Knickknacks. If there's something in that vein that you want, feel free to ask for it. And you
Can I find 3 gold?
Yeah, you can find 3 gold. That's fine.
All right. It brings me up to
Mags.
6.
Nothing looks that interesting to Temo.
Yeah, it's fair. There's not a lot in here. It's just kind of like a, if you wanted to find a book of matches or something, this is the place. But yeah, so you guys rest up. All right, let's move out, guys. We should hurry. There might be other people coming to raid this place.
So let them go first. Look back at the Chimera.
We should have, but we had the advantage.
They already did, and I'll nod at the body.
There is
There's a
another
body
body
in the
over
corner.
there. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but he might have worked here. Whatever. Let's get a move on. You guys will head towards the double door. It is open.
I'll lead the way this time. I haven't been hit yet.
You walk in. Everyone else follows. This area, it's not the biggest room, but it's big enough for a chimera. There is a big grate in the bottom of it that looks like some sort of drain. The floor kind of slopes towards it. There's another big door in here behind. It's kind of set up like an airlock. There are bars on the ceiling to make sure that nothing can jump through the ceiling, I guess. And there's chains on the walls, that kind of thing. It seems like an in-between room. And the door that leads into this room is closed.
It better have been the prize beast. And I don't want to see something else wait on the other side.
This reminds me of a coliseum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that, right, Haya? That they would do fights here, bets.
Yeah, they bet on all kinds of things down here. Yeah, there was prize fighting, and there was monster bouts and acts of cruelty. But the wealthy would
Good.
pay for it.
I don't mind stealing from a cruel crook at all. This is getting better and better as we go.
Yes, he wasn't part of the guild at all. He was just a black market dealer, which, we don't really abide. Not like this. And she'll kind of gesture around. It's not really our bag. But, yeah, she'll approach the door. I think we can open it. Doesn't seem to be locked. And she'll pull it open. Before you go into the next room, I feel like, honestly, it's probably a really good place to stop. You're about to enter Morrigan's Menagerie.
Bum, 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 bum.
And yeah,
It's
I hope
a
you guys...
fast travel point.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good time. I had fun. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for booning, dooming, and loving us. This has been Fantasy Age second edition from Green Round Publishing, which you can buy from greenwaterstore.com using our code fresh out the box at checkout to get 5% off of anything you want and help out the channel. Yeah, I've been the board game guru, game master extraordinaire, Jahananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I am the co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. That's where we talk about movies, video games, and streaming shows. So if you like stuff, check out Fresh Out the Podcast. There are 117 episodes available now where all podcasts are available. Otherwise, follow us here on Fresh Out the Box TTRPG. We have a YouTube, we got a Facebook, twitch.tv/Jahananan. Those are all places that you can find us doing the thing. Thank you guys again for all your support, and we will see you on the next thing.
I've been AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. You can follow me at ElectricMetCHSR over on X. You can also find me here on Twitch under Corbinian, where I do various TTRPGs, and I have been streaming a lot more. Been currently doing Romancing Saga 3, and very slowly getting through it, and somehow dying less there than here. But you can catch me there and follow me there when you can, if you can.
And it's been me, Aaron Baumier, game designer with Adventure Slang Productions, which if you've been curious about what we've been doing, we're in some really exciting stages with Neovarden, which is all I'll say about it right now. But definitely stay posted on that information because more will be coming out. If you want to know what that's like, check out adventureslang.com. That's where you can see a little bit of what kind of world, what kind of game system that we've created from scratch for all of you. And otherwise, you can also check out our Adventure Slang podcast. That's where we talk with other people in the tabletop gaming community just about what we love about it, what we experiences we've had, things we've done, things we've learned, engaging in the wonderful world of playing role-playing games. But thanks again, everybody. So glad to be here for another night of Third Stage.
Thank you for watching. Stay fresh.